Okay, so welcome back to another day, a few days into the COVID lockdown anyway. Trying to work these birds. I just separated them again. The only reason is that I'm going to try and get them on the truck this weekend for a race. I was hoping to get them on for a training toss, but the problem with the training toss is it's actually on Monday. And I technically don't come out of isolation till around about Wednesday, Thursday. So, I can't leave the house until I test negative for COVID. So we're going to have to just, most likely at this point, try and loft fly these guys as much as possible. And then what we'll do is just try and get them on the truck. So this is why I've separated them. I'm going to try and push them for 1-2 hours a day at the moment. I'm only going to get an hour in today because I've just been thinking all day, do we just, end of the day, if we don't get them on the truck this weekend, then we're probably going to struggle to get them on the truck at all. So that's why I'm like, let's just get them moving. Think about it, see how they go during the week. And then just if they're looking good by the end of the week, then we'll say, yeah, okay, let's get them on the truck, get them into the sprint race. It's around about 200-ish kilometres, so shouldn't be too much for them. They do fly quite well, this bunch. So we'll just separate them. I'm going to give them a light feed. I'm going to come back out in about an hour and hopefully try and get these guys up for a really good fly, because they are looking really good and they are moving. The fitness is there. I don't want to keep postponing it. And guys look hungry because I just don't want them to lose the fitness. So I'm still considering whether or not we do get them on the truck this weekend for a first race, but it's looking 50-50 at the moment. I want to try and get them out, but hopefully get out of this COVID lockdown. But we're all ready to go. Chip rings all on, everything's set. The only thing I need to do is get the seal on that, which we should be able to get done this week sometime, later in the week. And we will do a live test, maybe today actually, with the clock and all these rings to see if it picks up every single bird coming through, just so that if it does get to a point of a race, that every bird is actually going to scan properly. So we have done a few tests, but now that we've officially done it, logged all these birds in, hopefully they might just work. I was considering holding 1 or 2 back as to keep as older birds, but I think we'll see how we go. I'm kind of more lean towards just flying them all, at least doing 4 or 5 races and just see where we're at after that. Let's give these guys a little feed anyway, because they're pretty hungry. And I don't want them coming back in when they see me doing work around the yard or anything. I want them to keep flying. Okay, so they're just sort of finishing off the last ones of those seeds. I'm hoping they'll come out, have a drink, and then I'm going to come back out later and see if we can get them for a bit of a fly. Realistically, I generally don't feed them too much like this, but this is just a bit of a test. These are only tiny light little seeds, enough for them to sort of start getting into the digestive system and hopefully try and keep them up for a bit longer. It seems to work. I'm going to push them actually. I might even use a flag this week. I'd love to keep them up for 2 hours, and then I'd be pretty happy to get them on the truck. But worst case, we might just have to wait 1 or 2 weeks, get them. Maybe by the time, it's going to be a headache, but we're just going to have to keep moving them. This is the problem. We're going to have to wait. Just the way the training tosses are and the actual races. One's the training tosses at the beginning of the week, and I can't really get anyone to come around and pick them up and basket them for me. So I'm going to have to do it myself when I come out and feel a little bit better, but we'll see how we go. But we're just going to keep pushing them. That's all we can do. Realistically, the theory of what I'm trying to do is just to get these guys offline as much as possible before I decide to put them on the truck, just to make sure that fitness stays there, because you've seen the fitness is pretty good. These are the younger ones. Haven't even tossed those ones yet, so we're setting them aside. Apart from Little Storm there too, she's actually raced before. She's been out to 300-400 kilometres or whatever, so but at a different loft. We've been loft flying here, but I just don't know how we'll go racing. So we'll touch base with these guys soon anyway, and we'll just come back, have a look at these stock birds as well. I'll probably see how we go with them. I think most of these are going to stay here anyway. think I've got rid of a couple that I didn't really like, and we had a few issues with the young birds from them, but overall they're pretty good. I don't know how we're going to go. I don't want to spend any more money. Realistically, I don't want to buy any more pigeons, so I've kind of got to work with what I've got for now. Although there is a lot of really good sales on at the moment, and over the next few months, best sales that I've probably ever seen. A lot of the old guys are selling out, so there's some really good birds around, but you know, I don't really have the money at the moment, so we just got to work with what we got. Big Leo's looking pretty good, so that's why I was following him around. We'll see how we go. We have only brought in that new hen down here, and we do really need to sort of get testing her out at some point when she's old enough to breed. And I don't want to bring in too many more birds, but yeah, it's a shame I didn't have a little bit of spare money around at the moment, because there are some really nice birds on the market. Direct imports, everything like that. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, but the catch-22, if we go and spend all this money on pigeons, then we might not have any left in our little savings account for entering some birds into one-lofts, which is something I want to do this year. So yeah, it's a bit of a fine balance, so I don't think we're going to get any chance to buy any new birds at the moment. This whole lockdown is frustrating, because I want to get these guys going, but I can't leave the yard, can't leave my house. Alright, they're near enough finishing. What I am still considering, we'll see, I don't know if we probably won't do it before these guys go to race, but because some of these are old enough to actually pair up, I was thinking maybe we could pair some up, put them in these boxes. But we will see. Sorry about that's my COVID cough, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I can move these guys over into a different section, but I would really like to try and pair some up into these boxes just to see how much difference it makes. Not hugely like widowhood, just motivation, so that I've got a box to come back to. There is, like I said, some older ones in here, so they might actually pair up. So finish that one. So we'll see. It's all a bit of a playing game. Hey, you're not meant to be in there. So I just moved that blue bar cockbird. There he is there. He somehow snuck in there. But these are the yellow team, one to the left. I'm just going to give them a light feed too, because they will go out this afternoon. I was trying to fly these guys more with these, but I want to get these guys on the truck as soon as possible before we miss the chance. So we'll get these guys a little light feed, and then we'll probably put them out this afternoon, just so they can flap around top of the roof, go do a few laps. They've been pretty good actually. The problem is I don't want to fly these guys together today, because these ones do drag these ones down, and I want these ones to be out for at least an hour. So yeah, we'll separate them just for this time, which, you know, it's a bit of a pain having two age groups. We definitely won't be doing that again in the future. That's why I would love to have all my pairs so I can just breed 1 or 2 rounds and that's it. You're not getting any more, okay? No more. Last little bit to the breeders. Hopefully they'll enjoy that. Just little seeds are pretty good. They're pretty oily, so it's kind of helpful for these guys, because I want to get them in as good a condition as possible, ready so we can do 1 or 2 rounds out of them. This year is going to be a bit easier on these guys. We did do a fair few rounds last year, but this year we're only going to be hopefully short and sharp, so we get it over and done with pretty quickly. We just got to try and line up where the intakes are for the one loft, so that we breed them within that sort of time frame. So hopefully we can do that, and we'll see how we go. I just need to sit down soon and kind of work out my pairs, how many I need and how many pairs we've got to try and juggle around, basically, because we've got 12 boxes, but I think we're really going to struggle to fill them. Ideally I'd like to fill them, but without testing these guys over here, and without spending any more money buying new birds in, it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but I think we'll get there. We'll just have to stay tuned. We've got a bit of aggressive fight going down here. That best kettle hen, she's very aggressive. Interesting. She's she's kind of taken over down here now. Maybe it's a cockbird. Who knows? But it's very aggressive. She is very aggressive, this one. I don't know, I feel like this could be a cockbird. Interesting. Okay, so that's what we are going to do before we let the birds out. We'll set up the antenna and the clock, whoops, which is in this box. And hopefully we'll be able to bring all the birds in. Hopefully the light's actually not too bad out there, so we should be able to see them all coming on there as well, which will be pretty good. So I'll get this set up, and then we'll get the birds out, get in my little board for the pad, run some power out there, and we'll have a bit of a look once I'm all set up. Alright, so theory, we should be ready to go for a live test anyway. We have tested this before, but we didn't have the chip rings on the birds and the ones that are properly assigned to them, which we do now. And now we've got 30 birds there ready to come in here at once, unlike the 2 or 3 we had. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. We'll just double check. Okay, so we will reset the training on this. We should be right to go. We may just put one bird over that to test. Hopefully we'll hear a little bing noise. Alright, there we go. She made it in. I really like this little hen too. There was 2 of these. It was both black. This is the hen. She's actually a really nice pigeon. Hopefully she does well for us. This is more of a temporary setup. I'm only just setting this here so that we can easily see these birds come in. So while we're here, we'll just reset that. Second reset. Okay, so we'll start it again. So we can see those birds come in. That's what we want to do. And this is all set up to go. This only needs to be sealed with the official Federation seal, which we'll sort out later on closer to the weekend, given that I keep testing positive. I do eventually want to try and set up a little box or something up here. We can put the clock up there. We'll see how that actually looks. See if we can get like a waterproof box or something for it, so it kind of sits up here out of the way. can clock those birds coming in, because this one will actually send you text messages and things like that when birds come back. But I don't have that set up yet. I don't have a SIM card in there. So for now, we just got it all loosely sitting on the ground. We'll bring him in. I'll be sitting on this side. We'll be able to video him coming in and also be able to look at that at the same time. So closer to the actual race this weekend, we'll sort it out a bit better and have that set up so that it's not too bad. Because I think it's going to be raining this weekend. So if we do get to the race this weekend, we've got to be considerate of the weather, where that comes from. I don't want to get that wet, so we'll see how we go. And for now, we just got that power cable running across there to a power point I've got. But come closer to the weekend, we can bring that power cord inside here, and the plug's actually on the inside here as well, so no chance of getting wet. Can easily do a little bit of a cut, a little bit of a section out of here somewhere and just have it here, up out of the way. So we'll do a little bit of mucking around with that, but this at the moment is just a test to see, you know, is everything going to be all right for this weekend? Are they going to read all those chip rings? And are all the chip rings working? They worked on the actual the unit, but I want to make sure they work on this as well. I just want to, you know, tick every box before we hit that race. So we'll get these birds out for a fly, and then we'll just test it. All right, let's get them moving. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so I was just watching them when they come out. They split up, and I thought, oh, hopefully the falcon doesn't come in that quick, because that would be really annoying. But they should be pretty happy moving now. Seems they had a little feed. Hopefully we'll get them doing a bit of ranging as well. I like to see that. They like to go exploring out here. Right, so they're way out there now, having a good explore over the back there, which is good. I like to keep them moving. Yeah, they are out the top there. Probably going over there, stirring up my neighbours a bit. But I like to see them going out somewhere else as well, not hanging around my neighbour's house. Only a small team, but hopefully these ones are going to do a little bit of damage if we can get them on the truck as soon as possible, wherever they went to. I'm not planning, they're over the top back there, not planning on racing every race. I just want to race a couple of races out to about 400, 500 kilometres, and then give the birds a bit of a break. I just want to see if they can actually do it. We have missed now with being in the COVID lockdown. I missed the 180 kilometre race, I think it was, and then this week is the 250 kilometre race, so I don't really want to miss that one. So we've got a 250 and then like a 380 and then like a 470, and then I pretty much want to stop the birds. And if we've got any of those special ring birds left, what we'll do is we'll get them out, because that race is about 480, so hopefully we've got a few of those left. We've actually lost a lot. I'm pretty upset about that, but what can we do? So that's pretty much the plan anyway. Get them out to a few different distances, and then basically by the time that happens in the next month or two, our first $10,000 race is happening. And if there's any 10k ring birds left on here, we'll get them out, and then it's basically 2 10k races in August. So if we can get the birds moving and still got them by then, and got them out to that distance around about 480, and we should be pretty good to get them up into that race. But they are actually up really high now. Doesn't look like it, but they are. Oh, they come back down. But this is good. So we'll I'll get some food in there, and I'll just start timing to see how long they've been out. They've been about 5-10 minutes now, but they are definitely moving today. The weather's actually cooled down too. We've had a really probably 60 km/h winds, which is near gale force. And there was a race on today, one that we missed out on, the 181. So it'd be interesting to see the results from that too, because it was a headwind for 180 kilometres headwind and really strong winds. It's definitely died down a bit now. That's why I got the birds out. So hopefully we'll see some results from that. But we'll come back shortly when these guys are coming in, because they might disappear for a while now. Okay, so we're all set up. Power's on. They're not too far off coming in. They're sort of fluttering around a bit, trying to land. So we'll get ready for them. All I want to see is all of those birds clocking on here, and also every one come across there pretty easily without, you know, being scared of this little platform and stuff. But they are pretty good. I've got just a little guard there for the moment. Hopefully they'll come in the second, and we should be good. I did check the time as well on my clock, on my phone to that, and we're only 1 or 2 seconds out, which is not too bad, but I might try and fix that a little bit. But we'll see how we go. I think that will fix if I put a SIM card in it, so I might have to get a SIM card for this. So I think it goes in the side here somewhere, actually, from memory. Actually, it goes on the back, I think, in there somewhere. So we will get round to that at some point in the next few days. Once I'm out of this lockdown, might have to send the wife to go down, because she's actually out of lockdown before me. So we'll just hang about. They're starting to, they want to come in. There's a couple that want to stay out, and a couple that want to stay out, and in and out. Come on. Whew, I'm going crazy with this COVID. All right, here they come. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Come on. Okay, so 26 are in so far. Just a couple more to go. I think those ones are doing a few laps. They're here somewhere. Oh, here they come. 3 more. Come on. Come on. All right, 3. 29. For some reason I thought I had 30, but I think we might have had a double up, but we'll just check. There could still be one dragging his feet somewhere. Sometimes there's 1 or 2 that might just disappear, but they come back. But that's good. We go down here. Just trying to see if we can find out. Not arrive. There we go. Okay, so how do I? Oh, we're back over this way. Okay, so we're looking for 8050, which is 2020. That should be. Let's see if I can remember it. Blue checker cock. Let's have a look. Blue. Oh, I can't go into it, but I'm pretty sure it's one of Shock's sons. Yeah, he's not here. He should look like this. Maybe, unless he didn't scan. I think that's him here. No, that's 8051. So who's 8050? And you didn't go across the scanner. We'll have to check that. This is what we're doing this test for. So I think who's 8050. Maybe it's you. Come here. Okay, so she's 8050. She actually got across without scanning. So we'll just check that her ring works properly. Okay, there we go. Off you go, girl. Back to dinner. That was good. Okay, so there it is, scanned in. That's really good. Let's go. Arrived. See if we can get them all back in. Okay, so all 30 birds are in. Sensational, and it's got all their times in there as well. So really going to be handy for training, but race-wise, we know that that's going to work. It's all good. So I'm going to pack all this away, and then I'm going to get these guys out also for a fly. Okay, so yellow team's up, having a bit of a fly. See, there's a few of them are getting together better than we have done before. So we'll just leave them out for now while I pack up, and not really fussed how long they stay out for. They're enjoying flying though, but yeah, we just got to get them moving this week. These little guys are still going. This is the best they've flown actually to date. There's one that's sort of lagging that's not with these guys, but the rest of them now are just flying, exploring and sort of going all over the place. It's really high, way out of sight too, which is really good. I think it was a really good thing actually separating them from the old ones. I have to try and fly them twice a day now, and then we can bring them in with the older ones shortly, because they're doing pretty good at their own pace. I think that's what they needed. Okay, so these ones are ready to come in. They just a couple sit on the roof there, and there's a couple up here as well. So see if I can get them in. Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Alright, still a couple more out there up on the roof, but I'll get some food in here for them. Come on! Oh, Leo Jr. Come on. Come on, big boy. He's a really nice looking pigeon, that one. Alright, come on. Come on. They've actually done really well. That's the best I've flown to date, so pretty happy how they're going. A couple more coming in. Oh, that one's gone the wrong way. Come on, that's a little storm. Come on. She's used to going that side. Come on. Come on. Doing well. She's the only old one out of the bunch. We used her for breeding. She's raced at my friend's house. We just re-broke her in here. I'd say that's all of them, to be honest. I can't see any more. Sometimes there's one or two that come back late. I just can't see them on any roofs. Might just be one blue bar that's like a darker sooty colour. That could be her there. I don't know. We'll just wait and see. Bit of food in there for them. We'll go through, feed the other ones while we're waiting. But pretty happy how everything turned out. The whole clock, it worked really well. Let's give this a little bit of a jiggle here. We'll come back to you in a minute. I need 2 hands for that one. But the clock worked well. We only missed one bird, but that could have been a simple fault because there were too many birds coming in at once. Or she could have jumped over the pad, but I will replay through that footage of them coming in, and hopefully it's not that, because we're not going to have that many birds dropping in a race day anyway. Okay, so you're ready for your feed now? Come on. You are being very aggressive, taking over everything. You need to share. Instead of calling you best kiddo, I'm just going to call you best eater. Alright? Because you're just trying to eat everything. You need to share. Oh gosh, you're just hip and shouldering everyone out of the way. That's better. Learn to share. There's plenty to go around, okay? Okay, so I'm just waiting on one more hen to come back from this side. Oh no, she's back now. She must have come back when I went to get food. So that's her there, this darker sooty colour one. Right, I'm going to catch you guys later. I'm going to go redo all the waters now and go edit this video for you and just double check on that this entry on here to see how she come through there. I'm pretty sure she stepped on it, but we just need to slow-mo that through. So I'll catch you in the next video. We're getting close. See you later.